Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one here is for Chuck, season 4, episode number 3. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It only helps.
Alright, just a couple comments from the last episode, starting with Jeremy, who says, I love seeing Chuck and Sarah work together. They make such a great team. I've always thought this episode had some great and funny moments, like the hotel scene with Lou Ferrigno confessing his love and the whole "is she naked?" I also love the runway fight and the OG Buy More team entrance.
Yeah.
I thought this was great. We had some more guest stars, like last week with Lou Ferrigno, Isaiah Mustafa, who, yes, is the Old Spice guy from IT, and Carolina Kurkova, who is actually a supermodel. I'm also annoyed that Ellie still doesn't know. I'm not a fan of secrets, and also at the end of the episode, I was a little bit like, really, Chuck? She just unpacked, and you're mentioning marriage and children. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully it's resolved soon. Frederick comes through to say, I think this episode is really, really fun. It's not necessarily an amazing episode, but it's really cool to watch Chuck and Sarah actually work on their relationship and getting certain talks out of the way. It's very normal on TV that the main romance keeps on being will they, won't they until the very end, but now we actually get to see them working on their relationship. Mm-hmm. Their chemistry is so good that having them argue is actually pleasant to watch sometimes, at least it is for me. Ellie missing her mom at this time actually also makes sense considering she's about to become a mom, so it's not just shoehorned in for the sake of it. I agree that the episode is relatively slow, but there are enough fun moments that I still really like it. Morgan showing General Beckman how the Buy More is working too was awesome, and Chuck and Sarah working together is always great to watch. The return of Jeff and Lester is obviously over the top, but I still loved it. Yeah. Anyway, I look forward to you getting deeper into this season. Great reaction, and can't wait for more. Okay. Alright, well, let's jump into episode 3 right now.
Full half-carat hair-cut cubic zirconia. I came by here to ask for permission to marry Bologna Garcia Bougainvillea Grimes. Oh, wow. Think on it. Give it back to me when you think I'm worthy of your mother's love. Keep it on your person if you could. Don't trust the scoundrels work at the store. Or should you?
Or should you?
Just for a second. Did you just flash?
Heather Chandler is in the Intersect 2-0. She was connected to Frost.
Ribbing from an old pal. You're her partner, Chuck, not her boyfriend. Wait, you two are actually together?
No, we're not.
Oh, get out! You kids are an item! She's not just your partner. Isn't spy sex great? We were discussing. So, how deep are you? Shacking up? Doing the dog thing first or straight to babies? 1? 5? Nothing. He's being petty. Okay. I put a $500 million deal. The F-22 plans are for him. I guess he's not.
I guess he may.
Pick up.
There's a lot of shit piling up right now.
Just inform the anxious horde that the game distributor made a slight error, and there's going to be a delayed delivery time. 2 weeks. Good job for the manager. No games.
Casey, a prisoner has escaped in Castle. We're trapped in cell 6.
On my way.
Colonel, I know I'm supposed to be upstairs, but that Bollywood was staring down my shirt, and those losers in line are just freaking me out.
Yeah. Just get to the cell block. Find the prisoner.
She didn't hesitate though, but I didn't do shit.
Greta, what's happening?
She's indisposed.
What's up with you?
Guys, Pander's on the computer right now. I can't see what he's doing.
Buying patio umbrellas. He's trying to get to us, you dope.
Boy, you're a charmer.
Oh shit. I know how to use the computer.
Walker, you're gonna have to override the castle lockdown. Can't get in.
I didn't put the system into lockdown. I just locked the door to cell 6.
Whoa. Panzer locked us in. This is not good, people, okay? I've been locked and in close spaces with this guy before. I handled it fine, but he got very agitated.
Yeah, he got very agitated.
He's using the mainframe to open each cell door.
There's a fire override. I'm gonna have to access it. Hold on.
All the gadgets.
Filter's open.
Hello, Colonel Casey. Welcome to the Newcastle Override mainframe. How can I help you today? I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Newcastle mainframe override.
And go. Location.
Hey, y'all push through that.
Die Hard. Although generally speaking, it doesn't wind up well for the Dutch crawlers.
Thanks for that, movie dork. I bet you have like a Tron poster in your room.
Yeah. Keep crawling, sister.
I 100% do.
I guess he figured out how to get there.
Walker, where are you?
We're just passing coupling dump 5A.
10 feet turn left, straight on into the junction room.
Heading there to unlock it now.
And you said it's Panzer?
Not in Casa. But he's after you,
So watch your back.
That's fantastic. You hear that, Chunk? Stay alert. And don't distract yourself staring at my tail.
Looking at your... No, thank you, no.
I'm kidding. Jenny Sarah, how did you end up with such a goofball?
Jenny Sarah.
Masculine goofball, thank you very much.
Oh, you're sweet. I did the sweet guy thing too. I know how it is. Sorry. That's what. Ooh, touchy. I must be hitting home. Of course I am. We're almost at the junction room.
Nice and orderly. You are in for the night of your lives.
Don't get your hopes up. There's not enough games.
Everything's fine, everybody. Everything's great. Go get
Why are they not telling them? This is about to be so bad.
Bit longer for me, guys, because we are almost out of the woods. Easy, sister. We've got this covered. Okay, we've got this covered. Talk to me here. Oh, yes. Jerry, what's going on, my man? What'd you score me? How many you got? What do you got? How many?
Time with her in Burma.
Casey? Oh god.
I'm right. She can't face it. That's why she's upset.
She's not upset, Heather, okay? I know what she looks like when she's upset, and it's more like...
Shit!
Yeah, bite them fingers, bite them fingers.
Bite them!
Can't reach.
Sorry, kitten, you're on your own. You know you do the same thing.
Sorry, kid.
What's down there though? Jeez. Very awkward way to fight me.
Coward!
Carmichael.
Oh, man.
There you go.
She's still there.
That felt good.
You know, they wanted me to read you this trash.
It's trash.
But you just...
Other than Sarah's
Frost. Last chance.
feelings exposed a little bit.
Dog with a bone. No dice. Good luck. I'm rooting for you. But I'm certainly not betting on you.
Shut it, convict.
You're not letting Heather get to you, are you?
No, of course not. I'm all good.
I know you're all good, and that was not a real all good.
It was a fake all good. I'm just curious why what she said got under your skin like that.
Yeah, that's really all I searched
Once
for.
we get rid of these guys, we will have our chat.
shit.
You smile at that. It's all right. Not CIA. They're all cops, man.
You back up.
And it's still okay.
You find the ring.
Mr. Big Mike.
How about tie him up this time with something that he can't just snap out?
Right.
Another broken heart, Casey.
I'm fine.
Fucking CIA, NSA, FBI's.
Can't stand the silence.
Well, maybe you could use the time to meet up with Alex. Figure out what your role is in her life.
Should be the same for Bartowski. So we can get back to normal around here. Whatever that means.
Operation Beacon. That's where I met Frost.
What's Beacon?
It was supposed to be an underground arms pipeline that I lit out before it was active. Frost was always around Volkov.
Doing what exactly? What does that mean?
I couldn't get the full gist of their relationship, but she was there. Maybe she had to be. That's all I know. Hugo's ready to roll.
Thank you, Criminal.
Let's go.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Criminal.
Maybe you're right. Or maybe we aren't alike at all. Maybe you are capable of love, affection, and vulnerability. I hope so. Chuck seems like a really nice guy. And he's really in love. Are you? Goodbye, Heather.
I'll be seeing you. Oh, wait, cheese balls up in there. That's a straw, baby.
Oh, Dickenberry, Big Mike, I couldn't find your ring. But I did find this.
Don't give me this because you think I'm upset. The assistant manager's vest is a sacred vestment.
No, I know. Believe me. But you're the best. You can handle anything, and I would be proud to have you as assistant manager. Although, I understand if you couldn't quite forgive me yet. I just want you to know that I'm really sorry about the ring.
Marriage isn't about a ring. It's a lifelong commitment of compassion and understanding, especially for your spouse's idiot relations. All's forgiven.
This is yours. And for what it's worth, you have my permission. Marry my mom.
Oh my goodness.
So,
That sucks.
Part of that big ass vent's all broken.
So, Beacon, it's a place to start. Bringing us to the long-delayed and much-anticipated
Chat.
chat.
The other night when you repeated what Awesome said about us being next having kids, it scared me.
Okay.
And I wanted to tell you earlier, but I didn't, and I've been thinking about it all day long.
And Heather kept poking the topic with a needle. You're nothing like her.
For a long time, I was exactly like her. And it took me a night in the guts of the building to realize that I'm not anymore. at all. And I don't want to be. But I do need to take things slow.
I'm not ready for parenthood either.
Oh my god.
One day, hopefully. But not now. Not yet.
It's like drop right.
Who are we kidding? I'm barely on solid food myself. So.
Okay. So, slow.
Super slow. Really slow.
This ring is traveling through these vents.
You tell me. Ready or not?
Okay.
We're on a trip. One of us forgets our toothbrush. Do we share?
I am ready to share your toothbrush.
Oh, using the bathroom. Door open or shut?
Door shut. Always.
Preferably with the sink running or the radio on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Too fast.
Oh! Whoa!
Whoa, wow.
Wowee. Wow. Oh.
Are they trying to set it up like they are going to get engaged? Because I feel like that's the opposite of slow.
Alright, that was episode 3 of Chuck, and I must say the MVP of this episode was the vents. Because the vents was just, it was a huge vent, very, very clean. I'm not talking about hospital level clean. And then again, the vent came through at the end with the ring, letting it get all the way to it. Now, I think that's a big duh right there, that of course Chuck and damn Sarah is probably going to get engaged, but I think this episode was really just here to flush out that she's not ready. She want to tell Chuck she's not ready. Everything moved a little bit too fast. Can you just slow it down a little bit? Of course, they went all the way around the world just to give you that little bit of point right there. And also, I think this was Morgan's test right here to see if he can be a good manager also. And I like Big Mike coming back, helping him out on that aspect. Other than that, the show was definitely by the numbers right there, but I think they achieved what they needed to achieve by flushing out the two things we needed to get done. And now we'll get back to the main story, which is Frost, a.k.a. Chuck, and his sister's mom. So, can't wait to see what that's about when we get to it. Other than that, this was an okay episode.
Yeah, so I feel like this episode was definitely resolving the awkwardness in Chuck and Sarah's relationship, and I think they handled it in the right way as far as having Nicole Richie being kind of like the antagonist to like push all those buttons. And I'm glad they have resolution now, so I'm hoping this ring isn't going to create more awkwardness, because I'm ready for them to like get back to the really good stuff. But I thought it was great seeing the wrestler, what's his name?
Stone Cold.
Him back. He's always a formidable foe. But again, all of that didn't really lend itself a lot to the episode. It was more so the resolution of Chuck and Sarah's relationship. I did like seeing Big Mike back, though. That was refreshing and fun. The growth in Morgan's character as far as him being a manager was just really especially great to see. So all of that really worked for me, and I'm excited now that Mike is going to be a regular part of the show, but under Morgan. Like, look how far this guy has came.
Yeah.
Like, Morgan's character is just like, they've done such a great job with the development of his character. He's leaps and bounds ahead of where he was when we started. Like, he's an entirely different person almost. But yeah, all in all, good episode. I'm looking forward to the next episode, because I feel like we're going to be focused now with a little bit of information we got about Beacon, get back in the mystery of what is going on with Chuck and Ellie's mom. So looking forward to the next episode.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Chuck, Season 4, Episode 3. And until next time, people, peace.